And we're recording. Yep, got messing with the old trash trailer the other day, and went to moving it around. Wheel over here just started squealing like a little pig in a mud pile. And come to find out, this here, well, let's take a look here. So walk around here to the front. And you'll notice here on this side, the end of your thing down here has a little cup on it. That just presses in there. It's got like a rolled edge on it, and you got to tap it in. That's why these things have dents in them all the time, because you got to actually tap these things in. And if you're lazy and you don't go get a rubber mallet and you hit it with a metal one, it'll put a dent in it. But so, well, underneath this is a nut. There's supposed to be grease in there. No grease. So underneath here, over here, you'll find a big old nut. And this through the end of the shaft down there. And all this stuff here is in this over here. So I'm in the process of driving the bearings out of here. If you'll notice, these little hubs, there's a little recess for a chisel to go into that you can hit with a persuader to drive the bearings out. I done drove this one out over here. I'm driving this one out over here. Seeing as I haven't mastered the time lapse yet, and I have absolutely no way of holding the camera to do one. I really wish I could, so you have to watch me fumble this around. But I figured I'd go through that. And if you're curious, you can get these for your trailers. This is like a little lawnmower trailer here. No, focus on this. See here, that's a 1-inch wheel bearing kit. It's for 25.4 millimeter, something in Spanish. And that fits the shaft. You want to fit the shaft size, which is the internal diameter of this. And then you want to fit, like it says here, fits most 1-inch straight spindles. Consist of, and then there's your list. Picked this up, I think, either at Tractor Supply Company or pretty much anywhere it sells these small trailers. You go to the trailer parts place and they'll have like they'll have a couple sizes of these. That's when you actually need to know the inside. You need to know the shaft size of your axle. You have to focusing on that tire down there. It thinks it's a face. Yeah, ADD. If you know your shaft size on your axle, you can, and you know that, hey, it's a 4-lug hub. That means there's 4, in this case, there's 4 bolts holding it in. Yeah, 4 bolts holding it in. Then you know that you got a general idea where to start. I think they make 3 sizes for these small ones, and then you got to get up to like the big heavy 7-ton, the big stuff like the Hudson Brothers and Big Texas and stuff like that. Pretty sure they have like bigger bearings in them for, I haven't changed one in a while, so they have bigger bearings like you would with an older car, 2-piece bearings. Not like some of the newer cars, it's got the bearing thing, hub bearing assembly. You just take some bolts out, pull it all out, pop a new one in. They got the old ones, you got to knock stuff out, knock it back in. So when you're driving these things in and out, and you're using a persuader and a punch, always, at least engage your safety squints. And but you preferably should wear some eye protection, which I don't have on me right now. I have a face shield in yonder. I probably need to go get that. But yeah, I've had bearing races explode while I'm doing this. So I'm probably going to show some more, splice together some more footage, maybe throw some time lapse in there if I can figure out a way to hold the camera. But other than that, cool. Yes. If you're going to do that, get the right tools. Makes it a lot easier. If we're lucky, you just watch the time lapse of me mangling my thumb. That's all right. I didn't really hit it that hard. It just vibrated a little bit. Now, get to put these in. What you want to always make sure, this one goes that way. Not even pointing whatever. Make sure you drive your races in the right way. Just trust me, I've done it the wrong way. It's not fun. But actually, you want to be sort of gentle driving these things in. I got to clean that hub up. And yeah, actually I got to go find the thing to drive the races in with. So, but yeah. I don't know if you can see that. There's a notch. There's a notch there. There's a notch over there. I don't have the light on, so. And there was a notch on this end too. I'm gonna spiffy these up, wipe them down, and then I'll see what else I can video that makes life interesting. So, if you've never driven put a bearing in on your wheel hubs here, or pretty much any wheel hub, they go in, these needle bearings, or roller needle bearings. Don't know what the actual name is, but I know they got the drums in them and not balls, so they're not ball bearings. I think these are needle bearings. Maybe they're just roller bearings. You do not drive on the part that's got the cage on it. You don't press on the part that's got the cage on it. You want to press the race down in there. You know? And see, that's not going to just slide in. It's supposed to be a slightly pressed fit. I am not going to take that or that or that and drive that in. That would be a bad thing, because these things are incredibly hard, which means just like glass, which is incredibly hard, they're incredibly going to explode in your face. So I got to go find something, preferably a socket that actually catches this rim. They make bearing drivers that are made out of aluminum or stuff, soft metal. But you can, in a pinch, use a socket that fits this flat right here and gets it square. And you can either press it in, or if you don't have a press, you can tappy tap tap. Somebody will get that reference. But anyway, and get them down in there. And it's going to come down here. It's going to hit this lip, and it's going to stop. So you want to be gentle with it. You don't want to go, oh, me caveman, me bash to a puddle. Or you're going to be buying new bearings. Once that's done, then you put that on there. And you always want to make sure it goes in like this. Because when you tighten that up, it's going to press. There's a washer that goes on the back side, and then there's a nut. No, I guess there's a washer that goes on here. And it pulls these together. And I'll go over that once we get that far. But right now, I'm going to go find some tools. I'm going to try to do this without tearing something up. So, let's give it a few minutes here.